First try, baby. I love that. Thank you so much to the Boynton Beach cheer team for that phenomenal open. Week 6 of high school football was wet, mushy, and won't end until Monday, thanks to Mother Nature. I'm Tyree Smith from ESPN 106.3, and welcome to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day. We're going to start with the #1 ranked team in our area. Wet and soggy one in West Palm Beach as Cardinal Newman Crusaders hosted the Bulls from Miami Northwestern. Very little offense seen in this one. Okay, basically no offense, okay? The only score was in the first half, and it was by safety by junior Crusader Brian King early in the second quarter. But after an unfortunate overthrown snap by Newman, well, that's late in the third, Miami Northwestern, they'll finally get into the end zone right there, as you can see. 7-2 lead, and the visiting Bulls will eventually, they'll pull out to complete the upset. 7-2 Newman. Didn't think I'd be saying this so soon. They've dropped their first game of the season and are now 4-1 on the record. Now, I understand Cardinal Newman may have lost tonight, but they still had a few things to be happy about. Chopper season, baby. Florida State head coach Mike Norvell paid a visit to Palm Beach County this morning in his white and maroon helicopter. Coach Norvell checked out athletes at Benjamin, Cardinal Newman, American Heritage, and Atlantic. And it was for that squad that reps gold and blue. The importance of this visit goes beyond the football team.
For our coaches, for our football program, I think it's an amazing thing to know that their hard work goes not only noticed by our community and the South Florida community, but by, like you said, a top 3 team, FSU football. It's a brand name in college football. And for him to fly his chopper in here, land on midfield, and then, come around and be seen not only by the football athletes, our student athletes, but other kids who, whose parents went to Florida State. And here they are at Cardinal Newman.
Rain, go away. At least it did in Palm Beach Gardens, so Dwyer could host Pahokee. The Blue Devils came into tonight 3-2 on the year, with their only losses being to number 6 Palm Beach Central and number 7 Santa Lucia. But Dwyer wanted to be added to that list. Blue Devils with 2-touchdown lead thanks to Kentucky commit Harley Gilmore. One of Pahokee's best defensive games will help stop the Panthers' comeback. Pahokee Blue Devils, they win 27-3 the final. Dwyer was still looking for that second win of the season. Somerset Canyons opened up district play at home against Boynton Beach. A strong first half for the Cougars. I'm telling you, they hold on in the wet second half, though. And guess what? They get the victory 23-15. Interesting score. Junior running back Tristan Johnson, over 100 yards and a pair of scores for Somerset. I love to see the running back score. Y'all know I do. Somerset improves to 3-2 on the year, but most importantly, they start district play 1-0. Plenty to smile about this year for Coach Thompson and the number 6 ranked Palm Beach Central Broncos tonight. And, it's really much of the same. Broncos getting it done on offense, defense, special teams, whatever you want to call it. They rolled to a 56-0 victory over John I. Leonard. Now, check this out. This is 11 straight regular season wins dating back to last season for the Broncos. The undefeated record will be put to a big test next week when they host number 3 Benjamin. Y'all better make sure to grab your popcorn and juju beats for that one. Rain coming down in Loxahatchee, like it was basically in everywhere tonight. But they say throw out the records once the ball is kicked, and that was definitely the case tonight. Undefeated Seminole Ridge off to a fast start against winless John Carroll. But the Golden Rams, well, they're the underdogs, and they just kept fighting. With less than 2 minutes left, and it was Jaden Pittman with a 90-yard punt return for a touchdown. John Carroll, guess what? They get their first win of the year, and they knock off undefeated Seminole Ridge 21-18. I think that's a great way to get your first win. And it was homecoming night for the Jupiter Christian Eagles. Hold up, watch this. Smile, yeah, it was all smiles when he hosted Boca Raton Christian. Wet surface usually means teams run the ball, but for junior running back Gideon Douglas, well, it worked out. First play from scrimmage from either team goes into the end zone, and if you thought that was all the scoring that would happen, you're mistaken. 22 points for the Eagles early second quarter. Well, it turned into how homecoming games are supposed to be. Offensive explosions. Check out that play right there. Eagles get the victory 45-10, and they improve to 4-1 on the year. And a district matchup on the Treasure Coast as the Martin County Tigers was on the road against the Centennial Eagles. Both teams are 0-1 in district play, trying to get back into their race for first place tonight. Martin County with an impressive 15-2 record on the road over the past 4 regular seasons and they would add another W in that win column. Rod Harris and the Tigers pounce on the Eagles. I don't have Theo with me to laugh at that. They get the dub 42-6, the final. That's the only time I'm going to miss Theo. But we still have a lot more football to get into, including a young man that is wise beyond his years. We'll be right back. Welcome back, beautiful people. Every Friday, we spotlight the stars of high school football in the area. And some of these stars, well, they keep that star shining bright even when the lights aren't on. And my brother Theo Dorsey has more.
Balance, watching them, also putting time in football, academics, and school, all that stuff.
Please forgive Emerson Dort for keeping it real.
I ain't gonna lie, I did not like it.
Years ago, he got hit with the okie doke.
I was kind of bribed into it. Mom said she was gonna pay me every week. Every week came, I ain't getting paid.
Now, while it's left his savings short, the Royal Palm Beach senior safety realizes the blessing of helping raise and look after two younger siblings.
Dorvell, that's the name of the boy, and the girl's name is Michaela Dorvell.
Ages 6 and 1. Dort is Royal Palm Beach's lone top 63 player this year. He's also en route to a new title.
Upcoming man in the house, I guess you could say.
And that role helps him as a leader on the back end of the Wildcats defense.
You know, obviously, when they don't listen, you gotta get your man voice in. So you also got to keep composure, because you can't spaz out on them. So I feel like transfer to the field, because like when teammates make mistakes, you got to pick them up.
Being a father, having a mixed family of 5, I can relate.
Chuck Kenyon pours praise onto Dort, who sports a 4.5 GPA.
He's mature and wise beyond his years, to be honest with you. And I think that goes right back to his work ethic, not only on the field, not only in the weight room, but in the classroom.
It's earned him an offer from Tufts University, giving Dort a chance to chase his dream.
The main goal is going to college for free off football. Then from there, I'll shoot higher.
In college, just like the woman he's doing it for. In Royal Palm Beach, Theo Dorsey for ESPN 106.3.
Thank you, Theo. What an awesome player that kid is. We don't like the rain, but the Sharks of Spanish River do when they paid a visit to St. John Paul. Now, this time last season, Spanish River was winless, 0-6. But they came into tonight 5-0 under second-year head coach Ian Headley. And the River Boys were having fun all night as their offense just couldn't be stopped. A 50-burger. The Sharks win 54-12, and they improved to an impressive 6-0 on the season. Fun fact, folks, over the last 2 seasons, the Sharks have only won a combined total of 3 games. What a turnaround. District play at Port St. Lucie as the Jaguars hosted Jensen Beach a week after taking their first loss of the season. Well, the Falcons bounced back in a big way. Falcons, they shut out Port St. Lucie 41-0. Now Port St. Lucie has now dropped 5 in a row after winning their home opener. And in Jensen, well, they'll take their next week off and then host South Fork. And get this, Jensen wins that one against South Fork, and they're district champs. And they have their playoff spot wrapped up already. I like it, getting it done early. West Boca opened up district play tonight at home against Deerfield Beach. The Bulls, well, they kept putting on a show. Jabari and Mallory with a pair of touchdowns, and the defense picks off another shutout. They pitched one. West Boca knocks off Deerfield Beach 36-0, folks. That's impressive. Deerfield Beach is a good team, and West Boca starts district play 1-0. And after their bye, they'll stay in the district with a trip to Broward County to take on Coconut Creek, where they will look to avenge a shutout loss from a year ago. I think they'll be able to get it done. Yesterday, district play really began when Fort Pierce Westwood, they hosted Okeechobee. 3-1, 3-1. Both teams looking for that 4th win of the year. But Colin Foster from Fort Pierce Westwood made sure that win would go to the maroon and white. The first 2 quarters, the junior transfer stacked that offense and got into the end zone twice. You can see nobody was open. Nobody was going to touch them. Stride into the end zone. That high-flying offense gave them the victory 31-12, and they improved to 4-1 on the year. And that snake pit was alive at Park Vista, but it was the visiting team, Boca Raton, that basically ran the show. Defensive battle in the first quarter until the scoring ice broke with the beautiful Brandon Avery touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. Look at that. And in the second half, the Bobcats will seal the deal with the 70-yard. Let me repeat that. 70-yard pick return by Dante Ambrose. He had a Play of the Week nominee this season, and he's going to get another one. The 3-2 Boca, they improved to after the 9-6 victory, and Coach Alex Avencas was loving it with his defense.
I think it's just the way that guys are buying into each other right now. I don't think it's, it's one position group over the other. It's the fact that all 11 are willing to work together and come together and kind of understand that, hey, we have one common goal. And that goal is to win a district championship this year.
You gotta love that. Mother Nature rained on our parade, so we were missing a few games, but make sure you guys get in the stands for Monday with Vero Beach versus Fort Pierce Central, and then Palm Beach Gardens versus Palm Beach Lakes at 5 p.m. But that's gonna do it for this edition of ESPN West Palm High School Game Day. For everyone at WFLX Fox 29 and ESPN 106.3, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay dry and have a safe Friday, folks.